In this video, I'll be showing you how to complete your table and other formatting details and everything except numbers and formulae. If you did not fully understood from last class on how to working on tables, this is a good opportunity to catch up. I'll be starting from drawing tables. Let me zoom out a little bit. Let me zoom out a little bit so that we have more viewing dimension. Okay. We would like to adjust the width of A, B, G, H column so that it looks narrower, and we are going to adjust its width to 0.92 and click OK altogether. You use Control key to select all these non-adjacent columns. Okay, that's how I got to make selection to A column and B column and G column and H column. Let me show you again slowly. Hold down your control key and select A column, B column, G column, and M column. Okay, let me do it again. Hold down your control key. Oops, starting from this position. Hold down control key, A, B, and G, also M. Those columns will have um, 0.92 inch of width. Okay, and then make selection from B2 to M23. Okay, this is going to be our working dimension, working area. M23 to B2. Okay, make selection to here, and I'm going to put a white shading as a background, white color as a shading background, and I'm going to add a brown border around those area. Okay, brown border. Let's choose a color, brown here, brown color. Okay, the colors doesn't really matter as long as you have borders around those area, starting from B2 to M23. So this area looks like it's been merged into one large cell, but it is really not. It's just it has white shading, that's all. Okay, so you don't really merge from B2 to M23. It's that you put a white color shading as a background. And next step, I'm going to uh, starting drawing some smaller tables within this area, starting from B4, B4. It's actually C4, sorry. Starting from C4 to F8, C4 to F8, and second area is starting from C10. So make sure your control key is pressed down so that you can select a non-adjacent area, starting from C10 to F22. C10 to F22. Okay. The third area is going to be from H, it appears like H4. Again, from H4 to L22. L22. So make sure make sure your control key is pressed down until this moment. And then let's go to border. Let's go to border and more borders. This time we are going to need a little light green colored border around these non-adjacent area. Okay, click OK. So we have three small three small tables within this large table. Okay, and next step, I'm going to put some vertical lines in between different columns, just like the way it looks in the textbook. So again, this is again the operation to non-adjacent columns. So I'll still press down my control key and select C column of this part, okay, and the D column from this part, E column of this first table, okay. I'm not going to select F column because there is no need, because there is already a right hand side vertical border drawn here, okay. And go to the second table and press down your control key. Do not release. You you are supposed to press down your control key from the beginning, okay. You have released in some point, you have to go back and starting from here, okay. I'm going to do it again just for you. So control down your press key, make selection from C4 to A4, D4 to A4, D8, E4 to E8, okay. Come down to second table, again to the same to this area, okay, to the same to this area, okay, this area, okay, to the third table, okay, here. Oops, clunky. It's okay. As long as they are, um, the selection is column direction, it doesn't matter, okay? It's still non-adjacent area. So do it again, okay? Do it again, okay? After this, we release our control key and then go to borders selection and click more border. And this time, let's choose a lighter straight line, okay? Lighter straight line. And what we need to do is draw a light green right-hand side vertical border to those columns, okay? So we have it, okay? And then we need some horizontal border, okay? We need some horizontal border. We need one here. We need one here, okay? And then we need a bottom border for this part of the table, okay? We also need bottom border on the, okay, let me see, it's this part, okay? Again, those selections are made after press down the control key, okay? And then we're gonna add a bottom border, okay, here. You see, those table doesn't have a bottom border yet, so this is supposed to be a opened. So let's click once to add our bottom border and click OK. So we have everything, every necessary borders and tables drawn to this point. Okay, and next step, I'm going to put some letters. Okay, so far you probably have noticed that I did not merge any cells, but we're gonna starting to merge some cells here. Okay, if you look into detail, the sample document I have provided, you'll be noticed that this area from C3 to F3, and then from C9 to F9, and also from H9, H3 to L3. These three areas has been merged. So after made the selection, okay, again these are the non-adjacent area, therefore your control key must be pressed. And then let's go to merge and center because this is going to help you to merge all these cells. Okay, okay. So now we have merged cells. If you compare these merged cells with other non-merged cells, okay, you can tell the difference. Okay, you can tell the difference by just clicking them. Okay, normally if you click a cell, only selection is made to a cell. Okay, but those merged cells tend to have a larger dimension compared to those smaller cells. Okay, so here, okay, so for the first merge cell, we would like to put a title for this. This is going to be mortgage payment calculator. Okay, I'm going to put mortgage payment calculator. Okay, and okay, let's go down to the second merge cell, and then I'm going to put it as varying interest rate schedule. And then let's go to the third cell, amortization. Okay, as capitalized, schedule. Okay, these need to be um, bold. Okay, bold and bold. Okay, font type is going to be Corbel. Let's take a look whether there's a Corbel or not. Corbel. Okay, here we go. It's Corbel. And font size is going to be 18. Okay, font size is going to be 18. Um, from this operation, you probably have noticed that we don't have enough width to cover our title. Therefore, the size of those widths need to be a little bit adjusted. So the way to do that, the easiest way is really selecting all these four columns and double click any of the um, border, okay, any of the border, okay, I'm sorry, okay, I'm using a little different type of mouse, so if you have difficulty with double clicking those borders, just like I am, you would just consider drag it, okay, drag it, let's put let's put 15, okay, around 15, okay, now we have enough space to show everything. um, Okay, and then let's keep putting contents here and there. Okay, starting from here, it's going to be date, item, price, down, payment, acronym, loan amount, loan amount, and then here, rate, and term, monthly payments. Okay, then total interest, total cost. Okay, maybe it's a good idea to, okay, let me do it more precisely. Make selection again and control down your right key, go to column width again. Let's put 18 together. Okay, okay, now it has more space to cover everything it's written in all these cells. So I said we're gonna deal with everything except numbers. It looks like we have completed our first little table inside of this huge table. Okay, we have two more things to put. Okay, one is date. So I'm gonna put date. So you need to be careful how you're putting the date. So it's written October 5th, 2015. Okay, so I'm going to October 5th, 2015. 2015. Okay, so this doesn't look like what it shows on our sample file. That's because the date format is not right. Okay, so Excel will tend to recognize those date-like values. If it detected as a date, it will automatically turn to a date format. So you see this is changed here, okay, as a date, where some other columns, other cells are still shows general. So it's clearly that Excel has detected automatically with to the contents on D4 as a date. So let's right click it. Let's right click it. Let's change how it is look. Let's change the look shows here. Okay, let's go to number. Let's go to number and let's choose the one. Okay, that's looks exactly like on the example file. So these are the different date format. Okay, these are date format. Some of them are simple, some of them are complicated, like this one. If you drag down a little bit, you'll be noticed that the last one probably is the one we need. Okay, and then click OK, and click OK, and then let's go to item. Okay, let's go to item. It's just a simple house. Okay, simple house. Let's put it on the right. Okay, let's move on to the second table here. The second table, if you really exclude all the numbers, everything left is the column head. Okay, so we'll just put column head and make it the total interest and total cost. Let's move on to the third table. The third table. Okay, before we go to third table, everything on the second table is right aligned. So I'm going to make it right aligned. Okay, and then let's go to third table and starting working on this here. And the column head for first column is year. Second column is beginning balance. Okay, don't worry if you don't have enough space. Um, if your contents in a certain cell is overflowed, don't try to merge the cells right after with the current cell. Okay, that's not a good practice. So if your as long as contents is written here, it's not going anywhere. So don't worry about that. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to make everything show up. Okay, move on to this cell, and as long as you input ending balance, okay, okay, you probably started to worry where is the thing from previous cell has gone. Okay, it's still here. Um, it's just overwritten, overshadowed. So don't worry about these details. I'm going to help you to make these things all appear at once. Okay, and next column head, paid on principal, principal. Okay, principal, and the last one is interest paid, interest paid. So, okay, again, make selection to all these columns. Okay, these columns, you know, have longer column heads that column head cells can't even cover them. Okay, so we definitely need to adjust their width. Okay, click it. Okay, let's see if 1.15 inch will be enough. Okay, let's click OK. Oops, it's too narrow. Okay, maybe let me try. Let me put larger numbers here. Let me put 25. Okay, it's enough, but it looks like it's a little huge. So let's do it again. Let's put a number 20 here. Okay, now it looks like a very decent width. Okay, here we are going to put years. Okay, so you feel the years. It's really from year 1 to year 15. You don't really type it from 1 to like this. Okay, what you need to do is you need to fill them as a series. I have shown this in our very first class in a very detailed way. So you need to do is move your cursor to this black point here, okay, and then press down your mouse left button and drag it, okay, drag it to this point. You will notice that numbers is not changed. It did not fill it into a series, okay? If it has done so, there's really two ways you can fill it as a series. Okay, let me do it again. Let me go back here and starting from here. If you have discovered that this is still one at this position, you may just want to press your control key, okay? Press control key and fill it, okay? You'll see that this will be filled as a series, okay? Release your mouse, okay? The second way of doing it is really, okay, press down your mouse right hand key this time, okay? Right hand key this time and drag it to this point and release it, okay, and you'll see a fill series option here, okay. These two ways are, it doesn't matter as long as you know how to fill them, okay. So looks like these column head are aligned to their center position. So I'm gonna click here and align them into center. Okay. Oh, um, our last operation have just removed our bottom border here. Okay, so I'm going to do it again. I'm going to draw a nice border again. Although there's way um, to prevent these format changes when you do a fill-in series operation, but I'm going to explain it in the later after you get familiar with all these basic operations. Okay, it looks like we have everything so far. We missed a couple of thing here. When we're going to put subtotal, we're going to put a down payment. Okay, this is again acronym down payment and total cost. Total co cost. Okay, so so it looks like we have everything so far, everything except numbers so far. Okay, and before we finalize, I want uh, to do two more things here. Okay, one thing is obviously the font doesn't look right. Okay, so I'm going to select all of them. I'm going to change the font into Corbel. Okay, let's select a Corbel here. Okay, Corbel, and everything seems to be bold. Okay, so I'm going to make it bold. So, okay, this operation has resulted that insufficient column width. So I might just want to adjust them one more time. Okay, here, column width. I'm just going to put a 20 here. Okay, put 20 here. And then for these columns, maybe if 20 is not enough, let's put 23. See if it's enough. Okay, now it looks really nice. Okay, okay, and the one last thing before I finish is the last series. Okay, which starting from cell C12. Okay, so this is really percentage. Okay, percentage. How do you fill them in the increment of 0.25%? Okay, so I've shown you how to do fill in series with increment of 1. Okay, this thing really is a series that will fill in an increment of 0.20, 0.115%. So this is a relatively small percentage. So I'm going to fill in the first value here, 3%. Okay, 3%. And then I'm going to increase the number of zero comes after the decimal point. So you can do it here. Increase decimals. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to fill it. I'm going to fill it. Okay. I'm going to do it here. Series. Okay, series. And then I'm going to put step values. Okay, this is really the increment I was talking about. So our increment, the value of increment is 0.125%. Okay, so okay, now we have this. So again, you have noticed that our operation have resulted the removal of this bottom border. Okay, this bottom border. That's because when we copy everything from the C12 the format has also been copied. So there is a way for you to for Excel to kind of do not change the bottom, do not change the format when we do copy thing. But again, I'm going to explain this later, okay? So the easier thing to do here at this point is really go back and draw another border here, okay? Just to make it finish. So I think we have everything for today so far, and I do hope you can take a look at this video again and again so that you're ready when you come to Wednesday class. In Wednesday class, we are going to deal with a lot of numbers and formulae. Okay, so it is strongly um, encouraged that I'm hoping you that finish until this point before you come to Wednesday class. Okay? Please let me know if you have any question. You can send it through Remind, you can send it through Jewel or email, any way that is convenient for you. Okay? Okay, let's call it a day today. Thank you.